Do not look at heroes. Look at where they look. Grace and peace, everybody. Welcome to Sabbath School Study Group. My name is Chris Bailey, part number 4 here in the sunset, in the waning sun of Camp Wowoka. I'm excited because this is part 4, and I'm grateful that the Bible is so practical. And God knows who we are, right? He knows our frame and our nature. We're built to worship Him. But in a broken world, it's very easy to substitute that space for people and to want to be like someone else who kind of looks like us, or at least they look like something or have something that we want to have. Well, the Bible has to work and minister in this atmosphere of competing for hero worship, but using godly examples, but making sure that we recognize it was the God in them and not in the example alone. So when you look at people like Joshua and look at Caleb, it's easy to, to become a fanboy and be like, yeah, I want to be like Joshua. And trust me, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be like Joshua. Just remember what made the Joshua we respect Joshua. And it wasn't looking at any other person, it was looking at God. And that's why he's even mentioned, and what he did is mentioned in the book that talks about having faith in God. Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 30, it says, by faith, the walls of Jericho fell down. By faith, they fell down, and they were compassed about 7 days. I have to confess, when I was looking up this verse, I was trying to find where it talked about Joshua tearing down the walls. And I thought that his name would be listed there in Hebrews, but it's not. What he did is listed in Hebrews chapter 11, but we know that it was God using Joshua. That's a real lesson and a powerful parallel, because Joshua knew who tore down those walls. And we can forget because of the space of time and think it was that man. No, it was not that man. It was his God. And that same God that he looked at is still there waiting to be seen. The same sun that shines on my face, it's the same sun that shined on Joshua's. In fact, it's the same sun that Joshua told to stand still. So I have an opportunity now to not just hang my faith on what a man did, but he's the evidence that God can do what he did in a man like me. And it's why he's not the only one. Hebrews 12 says, guess what? Wherefore, seeing we are also compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let's lay aside every weight and the sin which doth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us. Wow. That's amazing. Not only do we get a chance to run this race that others have run, that means that we are not running alone. We're surrounded with a cloud of witnesses who have testified that the race is worth it, that winning is possible, and that overcoming it is a promise. God gave us these men and women to help us to see what he can still do through men and women today. So where were they looking? Where was their focus? If you missed it, it literally says in the next verse, Hebrews chapter 12, verse 2, looking unto the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross. He endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of God. The throne of God. You know, that word is only one letter off from a very precious metal in this world, and that's gold. People who are run in an Olympics, or they run in an Ironman, or they run a race for a gold medal. And we are running for in the same direction that we're running to. We run for God by running to him. And here's the good news, that when we run to God, we get something way better than gold. We find home. So let's bring this home when we think about the people that we see today and the people that we respect, and they've done things that we appreciate. I am so grateful for our ancestors and for the pioneers that have given us a shoulder to stand on. But please remember, we will honor the legacy of those who've been before us the most by repeating and not just remembering what they have done. And that is, run your race all the way home.